everyone. Today I've come into my garden. It's a wet, miserable, horrible day, so I decided that I will give my bike a clean. I've been out a couple of times now on the bike and it's got a bit dirty, but in the winter where it gets dark really early, coming back in the dark and cleaning your bike is kind of like the last thing you want to do. So I've come out this morning and I've got my bits and I'm going to clean my bike. I'm not the best at cleaning bikes, like obviously I've not ridden for very long, so I don't know like all the tricks of the trade and stuff, but I'm just going to like take you through how I would do it. There's obviously stuff that maybe you guys might not do, or if you've got like any tips or if there's things that I could do better or make it easier for myself, then definitely let me know in the comments. Tom's very kindly supplied me with all the necessary equipment, so it's all muck off stuff. So here is the muck off fast action bike cleaner. So this is actually my dad's bottle that he had, which was empty, and Tom gave me the concentrated version, so you can get like a refillable bottle that you just put into here and then you fill it up with water. So I just marked, they've got like a little gauge here on the side, so you fill it up to that black line and then the rest is water. So I've just gone and done that, so that's all ready to go. And then the next thing I've got along here is the e-bike dry chain cleaner, and then I've got the e-bike ultra corrosive defense, the e-bike all-weather lube, and then the e-bike wet weather ceramic lube. So that's obviously for your chain, that's for your chain, that's for like your bolts and your joints and all of this like stuff here, and then that one I have no idea. So it's all e-bike specific stuff, but what I'm going to have to do as I go along is read the backs of all of the bottles just to make sure that I'm doing everything right, because I've never actually used any of this stuff before, so it'll be a good test to see how good it is. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet the bike with the hose pipe, so let's get to that now. I've got my welly boots on for this bit because I always somehow manage to get myself soaking wet. But right, first step is wet the bike, so that is what I'm going to do. I'm only going to do one half of the bike because obviously it's propped up against my fence at the moment, so I will repeat the process but on the other side of the bike after I've done this half. But so next step is the muck off fast action bike cleaner. So I'm going to read the back of this. So basically it says, rinse bike thoroughly before spraying muck off cleaner on desired areas. For cleaning, leave for 3 to 5 minutes so the stubborn grime can come off with a brush basically. So spray it on, leave for 3 to 5 minutes and then scrub it off with a brush. So let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to leave that now for a little while and then come back to it with a brush and then rinse it off after that. Okay, it's been enough time now, so the next step is to clean it, scrub all the dirt off. I've got this brush here, so hopefully that will do the job. This actually comes off so good. The dream. One thing I was taught by Tom and my dad and things is to never contaminate your brake discs, so that is what I'm going to try not to do. I don't know if there's any other like tips and things that I shouldn't be doing, but this is how I've just cleaned the bike ever since I got it, so that is what I'm doing. The next thing it said to do was to rinse it off, so that is what I'm going to do with the hose pipe right now. I also was told to put it on like a gentle sprinkle because it will be too rough for the bike if you have it like full blast. Okay, so now the bike is all clean. I've just given it a little dry off with a towel, but if you've got, I know some people have those like hoovers that blow out hot air, so they're a really good thing to have to dry your bike off quickly. But the next job I've found is the e-bike ultra corrosive defense. So it says on the front that it drives out moisture and makes parts last longer, which is what I like to hear. And it also says it prevents sticky corrosion and freeze it prevents corrosion and frees sticky mechanisms. So I'm guessing that's like your suspension, like down here and stuff. So it also says shake can vigorously after washing your bike with muck off bike cleaner. Apply corrosion defense to the frame, battery and battery terminals and any other metal parts to disperse remaining moisture. So you kind of like spray it everywhere, I guess. So let's give it a go. So you've got to shake it vigorously. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Wipe off the excess fluid. Oh my, that is so good. I love that. Oh, let's do some more. Bike frame, ready? Oh, that's just the best. Also, it says as well, you've got to be careful of like your brake discs and stuff. So I think I'm gonna leave that one there for the time being, and we'll just wipe off the excess fluid. This is the best, literally, like gets your bike so clean. I've never had a bike this clean before. It's amazing. Right, this is what it looks like now. I've just wiped off all of the excess. It's so nice. Nice and shiny. And then the bars. Obviously, like, I'm doing this in the garden on a muddy floor, up against the fence, but if you've got like a garage or somewhere that you can do all these bits of maintenance in, like obviously washing your bike you have to do outside because everything gets wet, but it would make stuff a lot easier if you had like a bike stand and somewhere to really go over your bike. Like obviously this is just like a quick version of how I would clean my bike. Some people will strip everything down and like go through everything meticulously, but other people just wash it, and then some people will do all these other little bits, but it's just up to you. Like whatever you think that you need to do, you should do it. So there's no right or wrong, I don't think. It's just obviously the things you've got to be careful of are your brake discs, and like with an e-bike, try not to get the terminals wet in the battery. So that's why I've left the battery in. But other than that, let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing on my list, or in my little pile of goodies, is the e-bike dry chain cleaner. So it eliminates build up oil, grease and grime. So I have a habit of putting way too much chain lube on my chain, because I was told when I first started riding that you should never ride a bike without lubing the chain. So what I used to do is every time I went out riding was lube the chain, but then what happens is I get a build up of like gooey gungy stuff where the lube's built up in the chain links. So this is perfect for me. So I can spray this on the chain, give it a good old clean, and then I think afterwards you use the protectant. So that means like the lube and stuff like that. So I'm going to spray this on the chain, give it a good old clean, and then we can do the chain lube. Obviously being careful of the brake discs as well. Oh my god, that's a dream. Obviously, like I said before, using a bike stand will be so much easier. So if I show you, that's the chain before, and now that's it after. So cool. The dream. Obviously, if you want to be like super pedantic, you can take all of your gears off and this little thing, I can't remember what that's called now, and fully like clean all inside there. But for the purpose of like time and stuff today, I'm not going to do that. I'm just doing like a quick maintenance session. Like there's actually loads more that you could do. Like you could fully dismantle the bike and like clean and grease all your linkages and stuff, but like in the winter and like I guess any time of year, like it's really difficult, especially like when myself and Tom use these bikes so regularly. Like you do one massive like maintenance session, and then the next time you use it you'll probably have to do another maintenance session again, and it's just not productive for time and stuff. So obviously like eventually, and some like once a month or something, we will do like a full-on maintenance check, because it's important that because of what we use them for and how often we use them, we should do that. But like especially in the winter and now where it's really difficult to clean the bikes, it's just good to just go over it just like this. The next thing I've got is the e-bike all-weather lube. So this is for your chain as well, but what I'm going to do is, because I've got the other lube, so I'm going to put that one on instead of this one, but I'll just go through what this one does. So it's for long distance, all weather, on and off road riding. So high performance synthetic formula for maximum protection. So what you do with this one is, so first time user, fully degrease and dry chain, shake can vigorously and apply lube, ensuring every part of the chain is treated, reapplied to ensure maximum protection, and obviously avoid contact with brakes. So what I'll do is I'll put the wet weather lube on, because obviously it is wet weather. So let's go and grab that one. So this is the e-bike wet weather ceramic lube. So it looks like that. So it's for long distance, wet and harsh conditions. So I think that describes the weather that we've got right now. So what you have to do with this one is, first time user, fully degrease and dry chain, shake bottle vigorously and apply lube, ensuring every part of the chain is treated. Ideally apply 3 to 4 hours before your ride and wipe off excess with a cloth. So that is what I will do. I'll just show you this bit, and then I can turn the bike around. So I've just done the chain, looks super good. So that is pretty much what I do to clean the bike. Like obviously things like your suspension, your gears, your brakes and stuff, if you want to check them all over as well, because they're super important. Like check all your bolts and your linkages and stuff are done up tight too with your Allen key set, which I actually got some for Christmas, so I will do that before I set off and ride the bike. But that is pretty much it. Like I know that there's so much more that you can do to a bike, but when you want to be quick and just get rid of the worst of it, this is what I tend to normally do. So that is the end of the video now. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you've got any tips or anything like that, then definitely let me know. Or if I've done anything like seriously wrong or forgotten something really important, then also let me know as well. I'm sure I'll have a bike maintenance session with Tom very soon, so he can go over bits and pieces, but I'm pretty happy with that. The bike looks really clean, it's ready to go. Obviously, like I said, I'll check things like the suspension, the gears, the brakes and stuff like that before I set out on the bike, and do up all the bolts and stuff just to make sure they've not come loose. But that is pretty much it. That is my quick bike maintenance session with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!